So apparently, I've been informed I've been too hard on women and gays. So I'm a raving sexist homophobe based on nothing, just a lot of wild accusations. But to prove my good worth, we're going to focus on Rinder, definitely not a woman, or the gay, as far as I know. So Rinder has many crimes and, to put it mildly, scandals to answer for. This is one of the more amusing ones. And granted, his role here is a little murky. He seemed to be supervising the attacks. What happened is, a while ago, as most people know, South Park did a few episodes ridiculing Scientology. And you always wonder to yourself, how in the world did they get away with that? Why are so many other people scared, but they managed to get that through the system? Well, what happened is there was not, quote, retaliation free going on here. Apparently, they did actually go after some people on South Park. It didn't work. The South Park people weren't even scared. And one person in particular, journalist Mark Ebner, hopefully I'm saying that right, but Ebner was investigated by OSA and they tried to intimidate him, although it didn't make any sense because Ebner publicly admitted to all kinds of things like drug use, having sex, and to put it mildly, weird ways. He's been very open about his wild lifestyle, so anything that they could use against him didn't make any sense. They could have just done more research. And apparently they were staking out his home and trying to figure out who he was, getting things all wrong, including allegedly them forcing Rolling Stone to kill a story. They did kill the story, but it's not clear why, and he was paid. So he's like, okay, fine. He was doing an expose in 1999. They didn't go with it, and he moved on to other things. And he was a consultant on the infamous Tom Cruise episode where Tom was allegedly shown to be gay and pro Scientology. On the gay thing, I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know for a fact if Tom Cruise is gay. I doubt it. But the pro Scientology part was correct. And even the infamous Xenu revelation that comes if you pay enough money to Scientology, they will tell you about the intergalactic warlord. So it's fine to rehash this old controversy. I have no issue making fun of Rinder and his evil OSA ways. But this story has been told before. In fact, Rathbun, who I think went back to the church, revealed quite a lot. And Mark Ebner was not silenced. He's spoken about this issue. So it is a controversy worth going through again. I mean, it is fun to just see OSA failing miserably and Rinder being a complete totalitarian moron and neo-Nazi nutcase. I mean, that's always fun. But we kind of knew that Rinder is a neo-Nazi, but we all know Rinder is a neo-Nazi nutcase who wants to control everything. So we're not really adding anything, but we are confirming kind of suspicions that he's not this truth-telling new George Orwell, Noam Chomsky figure who's getting older and older, and the Santa Claus who was delivering the harsh truth on Scientology. That's just not who he is. It's just a very calculated, very devious, nefarious person. But we kind of knew that. But if you wanted a few extra laughs at how South Park got the cult, and I should say myself, I like South Park, but I'm not like overly impressed. But still, you got to give credit where credit is due. They did do a lot of damage with one episode, so I think they're fine. I do think satire is done better elsewhere. I'm going to be interested in looking at Mark Ebner's other work, but definitely did a lot of good stuff with South Park there. But I don't know, does this change anything that much? I don't think so. I mean, if you were persuaded by Mark, if you were persuaded by Rinder's hero image, well, yeah, this will probably enlighten you, but the rest of us kind of know that, yeah, the hero pose was just that. It's a hero pose. It's not really who he is. But in case you had any doubts, just look up Mark Ebner and the curious case of OSA failing miserably to silence him.